everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is Dave Juskow, and I'm here with Mike Suarez. We are here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock to let you know how great the Comedy Cellar is and have a few laughs along the way. If you happen to be in town, in the West Village of New York City tonight, you would see at 7:30 an incredible show. Now, we have 9 shows a night, and there's a show every day. But if you came to the 7:30 show, you'd be able to see Gianmarco Cerisi. I think I finally pronounced that right, Mike?
I think so.
Sam Morril and Dave Attell all on the same show. That is the kind of quality you can see at the Comedy Cellar nightly, as this show is called, the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. And if you happen to be in Las Vegas, then you can go to our Las Vegas room at the Rio Hotel and see our friend Greg Rogel, who is going to be there this whole week, let alone the wonderful host of Mark Coco Cohen. So very nice to see everybody already in the chat room. JWB671 from Hawaii. Scruffy Bones Anonymous. Barry, nice to see everybody. Really nice to see everybody all back together. Yes, we are in the studio. This is the new studio. We can't decide whether we like it or not. But before I go on, let me introduce my guests here this evening. The one guest I was planning on bringing to introduce to everybody is my new friend, Madison Lopez.
Hi.
Wait, Mike's trying to... There it is.
Sorry.
Look at her.
Hello.
Yeah. And her best pal, Julia Messina. See?
Hello.
Yeah. And the two of them just graduated Villanova University with honors. I think both Phi Beta Kappa. Am I right? No, I'm just making that up. But good for you guys. No, they just graduated, and we're having Madison on because Madison and I have been talking because she wants to get into public relations. And, I know a couple of people, and I know some comics that could use some stuff. So I said, why don't you come on the show? We're always fascinated to have young uns on to, it's a fascinating. Oh, well, let me also introduce Julia's father, Joe Messina, who you know from previous podcasts, let alone Just Count the City podcast. And he's been on this show before. This is Julia's father. I mean, he drove them down here, so there's nothing we can do.
Hi, Aunt Judy.
No. Joe and I are best pals, and I just thought it would be fun to talk to you girls, mostly Madison, because I feel like Julia's life is planned out for her already. Because I know you're going back to school for a year, so you're not ready. But Madison, I mean, you're coming out of college. This is a very strange time in the universe for people that are me and Joe's age or around our age, where at least adults are just like, what do these kids do? I mean, everybody's working from home, nobody wants to work, but Madison, folks, wants to work. She's hungry, and she actually would be up for maybe going to the office 5 days a week. Nobody has to do that anymore. Nobody wants to. Maybe not that, but I mean, You don't mind, like you were going to come see me in the city, and we were just going to have a conversation like, oh, I don't mind. I said, don't just come for me if you have something else to do. They're like, no, I like going into the city, which, is pretty cool because right now I can't wait to leave.
Yeah, especially in the summer, it's quite warm. So maybe today, especially, I was like, maybe over the summer, I don't want to work in the city. But
yeah, it blows.
But it's nice when I don't have to work, when I don't have responsibilities, just walking
around. Let me explain something to you, Madison. I'm going to tell you kids a little something about the 80s. You see, most people years ago, when you graduated school, you had to not only come in the summer because, you graduated in May. So all summer you're looking for work, but you had to wear a jacket and tie.
Exactly.
It fucking sucked. It was the worst. And they didn't have air conditioning back then. No, I'm kidding about that. I thought they were going to say, how old are you now? No, but it's just, things just sucked so much. And I remember I went to they only had 3 television networks, and I wanted to work in television. So, I tried to go to ABC, and then I'd hang around NBC, in case Letterman just came out and said, are you looking for work? Because that was the dreams that we had. And there was just no way to reach anybody except on pencil and paper. And it was really messed up. I mean, I sent out a lot of letters. Now, Madison has told me, if you don't mind me saying, you sent out like 200 letters, like your first day out of graduation.
Yeah. I think since I've kept a spreadsheet since like April. And since April, I think it's like 207 I've applied to.
That's incredible.
Yeah. It makes it easy, like the easy apply buttons on like LinkedIn and stuff makes it easy. I like apply to like 20 a day, but it's rough out there.
It's rough, but it's funny that you say that because it's still easier than what we were doing, exactly. Where you had to wait for the mail.
That's right.
The odds of anybody ever receiving anything. One time I sent a telegram to David Letterman. A telegram. Now you can say it. No, how old are you?
How old are you?
Yeah, no, my mother sent a telegram. So
what you left out was a singing telegram.
No, we sent a goddamn Western Union telegram, like we're from, like they do in Back to the Future too. Are you Marty McFly? I've got something for you. What's that?
My phone went off, sir.
Your phone. I'm just looking at the. Everybody's talking about the heat. In fact, one of our friends is from Hawaii, and he says it's a very comfortable 81 out there. See, it's almost like 81 here, except there's so much humidity.
It's gross.
It's kind of a nightmare. Now, Julia, you also just graduated from school, but you are planning another year for some reason. Why would you want to do that?
I mean,
it's a mess. Talking to the mic now.
I like finance, so I figured I'd go in for another year.
What did you say? Like finance? Who likes finance? What kind of idiot would go into finance for their entire career? It's like the stupidest thing I ever heard.
There's a lot to do in it.
Then you're supposed to say, Dave.
Yeah, Dave's career is gone far.
No, but don't you do finance?
Yes, I do finance.
No, but
I was talking about him.
Oh,
yeah.
Me? Don't I do finance?
You did accounting first. You started accounting.
But he was going door to door selling the Disney channel.
Marcy, you're the worst. I was talking to one of the listeners. She's
okay.
in her car. She's going to listen for a few minutes. That's been her entire story the past 2 weeks. It's
terrible.
Crazy. She ruined our Billy Joel podcast.
Oh, dear.
And single-handedly, with her sounds and dogs and fireworks in the background. And now we got to, I mean, what is that?
Well, Marcy's a loyal follower.
She sure is.
Okay, so you should be quiet.
Yeah, I know. I do. I love her. I love Marcy. Everybody knows that. I also like to make fun of her because that's what I do.
This is what he does.
So actually, why don't we we'll talk some more in a second, but Mike, why don't we start? Oh, you know what? Let me just make a quick announcement before we begin. It's possible. I think it's happening. Sorry, Mike. August 13th, my birthday. I think we're doing a birthday show here at the Village Underground at 6 p.m. August 13th. That will be solidified by next week, and then you can go online and get your tickets if you'd like to come see the birthday show. Why wouldn't you? I think Sarah Silverman will be on the show, but I'm not positive about the lineup as of yet. Okay. Mike, let's start with this is what was in the news today, and it's mostly I'm just going to talk about this. Does anybody know who that is?
Sure.
Oh, wait, we'll switch it up. There we
go.
No.
Okay, well, that was the quarterback for the New York Jets for the past 3 years. His name is the very handsome. His name is Zach Wilson. All right, he's dreamy, and that was his old high school sweetheart, Abby. Now. This is Zach Wilson's mom in the next photo, Mike, who is also very attractive. And it seems like he likes to date women that look like his mom.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Now, his old girlfriend, Abby, accused Zach, and this is why they broke up, of sleeping with his mom's friend. I know you didn't know where I was going. That's the fun. If you go to the next picture... this is his mom's friend. Now, if you go to the next picture, you'll see what one of my mom's friends look like. And this is the kind of thing that makes me angry. And in my next life, what? It looks like what's that Star Trek?
Tribble.
Tribble?
Yeah, Tribble.
Yeah, that's Mrs. Sperling. I hated her growing. There's another lady that was even more unattractive and disgusting named Mrs. Brody who lived right next door.
Wait, that's not the Nobel Peace Prize husband, Sperling?
No, but ironically, she looks like that's Penzias.
Okay.
Who doesn't love a dead tooth?
The what?
Who doesn't love a dead tooth? Look at that.
Ew. Yeah, her daughters hated her too. It wasn't like she was a lot of laughs. She's like, David, I never liked you. But typical Livingston-looking mom, I guess he's saying Livingston, New
Jersey. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, she is not my type, I promise you.
Absolutely, that's Dave's type.
Her daughter is very beautiful, and then there's the other one. And no, I'm just kidding. The daughters don't get along. Shut up. Everybody's the worst. It's not it's just all right. Let's move on from Maxime Sperling.
I was looking at the food on the first picture on the plates. It looked
so
delicious.
That is Zach's ex-girlfriend, Abby, who just yesterday got engaged to Zach Wilson's roommate from college.
What?
Dax.
When did they break up?
Like how long?
They broke up once he got to the Jets and thought that he was sleeping with his mom's friend.
So was this like recent that like
she's already engaged?
She's already engaged?
No, it's probably about 2 years.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
But she went right to the roommate, and then, I think they've been dating 2 years. This guy, I think he has a deal with the Commanders, but he's a mess too. It's like everybody from BYU technically sucks except for Joe Montana. Wait,
BYU, they're crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a rival Catholic school for you guys, right? I mean,
No,
I don't think so.
they're just.
well, I'm saying it's a religious school.
Oh yeah, but they're like super religious.
Well, they're like Mormon.
Mormon.
Yeah, they're insane. But the only good football player that's come. No, it's not Joe. It's the other guy, Steve. Who followed Joe Montana?
Oh,
Steve Young. He was the greatest player from BYU, and apparently everyone else sucks because, they're celibate, and I don't think that's helpful. In playing football and sports, you really gotta let loose.
That's not what Mickey from Rocky said. Women weak.
Women weak in the knee.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta get a manager. You need a manager. You need a manager. I tell you. I say, Rocky, look at this. See this bump right here? Got that from Joe Belushi, 1945. He gave it to me really good. He had a manager. He had a manager. That's why you heard of him before. I didn't have a manager. You guys have never seen Rocky? Well, I know you've seen it. He's made you watch it.
I told them they needed
I
to
don't
watch
think
it.
I've seen-
I told her she needed to watch it before she went to school in Philly. It was sort of a
I haven't seen it.
requirement,
Yeah, that's
and she still
embarrassing.
hasn't watched
I
it.
haven't seen it either.
Did you see the movie Philadelphia? Because that's fun.
No.
No, you're an idiot.
What's her ring?
Yeah,
for a minute.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you find out this information?
this is
How do you know?
This is what he does all day.
actually. So now, if you go to the next one, Mike,
That's a serious ring.
that's his old girlfriend. That's his new girlfriend. They all look.
And he's also engaged now?
Yes,
She just when
And that's not
was it
the mom's
recent?
friend.
that is not the
Okay.
mom's friend. He's
Is that
a new
is that a
girlfriend.
blue diamond?
It looks like it.
I
Yeah.
don't like her ring.
Well, remember, he
personally.
was the second pick in the draft, so he made a lot of money. And then he shit the bed when he came to the Jets, and people hate him, even though he's so adorable. I was going to put a poster of him in my room above my bed,
You should
but
have.
everyone said that was gay.
You should have done it like on your ceiling, so when you
That's what I was
look
gonna
up,
do.
it's like you're making eye contact.
That
with
is
him.
totally what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
See, but it wasn't just because he was so attractive. It was because he was going to be our savior for the New York Jets.
David's the Jets.
And he turned out to be the worst. You didn't think it could get any worse for the Jets, and then it did. And people had so much. He just couldn't handle. He sucks, and it blows because he seems like such a nice boy.
Do you think he would be bad if he was on another team? He'd probably
Well,
be
he
great.
just went to another team in
Okay.
Denver, so we'll see.
Is he young? They look like they both look really young.
Yeah, he's really young. He's like, I mean, this just happened 3 years ago, so he's 23, 24.
Yeah.
I think he's 24. He's your guy's age. No, yeah, right. I mean, he's like maybe
Yeah.
2 years
My
older.
sister's age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have maybe gone out. You had a chance with him.
If only I went to BYU and was 2 years older.
Who did?
Oh, me. If
If
only
sh-
that was
yeah.
the case.
Oh, if you-
maybe.
I should have gone to BYU because those girls are hot out there. Because they live that clean living.
Sure, Rhoda would love that.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to do it. Can you imagine?
Try to kill Rhoda.
Yeah. Rhoda doesn't care for people that aren't Jewish.
Mm.
She doesn't like them.
The TV show?
Still, the what?
Nothing.
She's of reverse prejudice. I don't know what you love.
She's Rhoda.
I think she likes Julia though, because you guys.
She loves Julia.
met
Yeah,
Oh,
on
I
a-
met her. Yeah.
she
Yeah.
loves Julia. I think more than Dory.
She was nice. She was really nice.
See that? That's
Who?
what I
Really
heard.
pleasant.
Your mom.
Yeah. She was very pleasant when I met her.
See,
What the hell are you talking about?
When
What?
I met her that one time, she was
Yeah.
very nice.
he's finding it hard to believe. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
She
Yeah.
was
Madison, your friend is hilarious. That's so funny that you think that. But I think she was just happy to see a friendly face because she was like, didn't know anybody there. She's like, I'm not going. I don't know anybody's going to be grass. Did you help her on the grass?
No, 'cause
Like,
I
help
was
her walk?
doing something.
Oh.
Someone else was helping.
Well, I think you were excited to see her, and she likes being a celebrity.
Mm.
So I think that had a lot to do with it. You know, now that I've been teaching at her old age home, I've been giving these lectures. Now she's a big star there. Like, is your son coming back? So now, you know, she's really, now she likes me
I think
again.
she's trying to set you up.
Well, the funny thing is that there's a 106-year-old woman there who's pretty nice. And she's like, you know, her daughter's going to be there, but she's, you know, 85. But she's, you know, she's nice. And I think there could be a chance for us. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean,
Is she rich? Maybe like
I don't
get
think
written
so.
into the will.
I don't think anybody that lives there would be rich. It's like they live in freehold.
Yeah, but you just showed me the beautiful food that they were eating.
Well, that's true. Yeah, if you go down there at 4:30 today for dinner, you get a free glass of wine and an appetizer. And I think they had what was it? Crab
Like
cake.
stuffed crab.
Looked like a
something
crab
nice,
cake.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Which is funny because my mother shouldn't be
I
eating that.
understand
I'm
that.
just saying, she's not allowed to eat shellfish.
But she does.
It's like, oh, it's so delicious. All right, so Madison, let me ask you this. First of all, I'm still trying to get over that you haven't seen Rocky. It really is uncool to go to a school. Is it in Philadelphia or near Philadelphia?
Outside Philly.
How far outside?
12 miles.
12 miles. You know, I don't care for Philadelphia, but everybody knows I was there the last 2 Thursdays. I went to the statue. I paid my dues. I ran up the stairs. Old
Oh, I've
man
done
Juskow
that.
ran up the stairs. What?
Yeah, I've run up the stairs, but I haven't seen the movie.
But what is the point of running up the stairs if you haven't seen the
Well,
movie?
everyone else was doing it. And
Well,
I
if
felt
everybody else
left
would do
out.
it, would you jump off the? No, right. That's the opposite thing. But why wouldn't you want to see this movie? How are you not curious? How can you run up the stairs and then just sit there and be like, really, whatever everybody's doing? I guess we're running up the stairs. Is that what we're doing now? Run up the stairs. How do you guys not want to see that? How can you live with him and not see that movie?
Well, I also don't like blood, and you said it's pretty bloody.
It's
Like-
pretty
Make sure
bloody.
you talk
There's
into
some
the mic,
blood.
right, Mike? I'm just
Like
making-
it's just like I don't know. Like if they're punching each other, obviously there's going to be
well,
blood.
it is boxing, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
Not that bloody.
bloody. I mean, maybe at the end, but it's great.
I could
Now
be-
I saw the
He
Rocky.
can't get up the stairs.
The what?
I would reenact the first Rocky who
Couldn't get up the
before
stairs.
he was training.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so good. The music's good. It
It's a
holds
great
up.
movie.
It's really, really terrific. And then when you think about the premise in the sense of the fact that Sylvester Stallone is the star of the movie. Shut up, Liz. I know they're young. I'm trying to explain. I don't care. I'm only saying, Liz, she lives in Canada. She doesn't know any better. You know that I have never got I am a teacher. I am a professor at a university. I teach kids your age. I do not get mad at them if they haven't seen a movie from the 80s or the 70s. I don't get mad. You haven't seen The Godfather? But you guys go to school in Philadelphia. It is not right.
Recently, my family watched The Godfather, and I fell asleep during it. I thought it was a little boring.
Could you imagine?
it
What?
was too long for my liking.
Too long.
All right, Madison. Here's the thing. No.
What if you watch it in 2000 TikToks?
If
Yeah,
it's
there
like
you go.
it's like the split screen with the Subway Surfers, I think I might be able to do it. But it was it's too much. I got to the part with like what was it? The deer head or horse head?
Horse head.
Oh my
That's
God.
the first 10 minutes of the
Yeah, and
movie.
then I fell asleep. I go, and then I fell asleep.
Well,
It was too gory.
well,
that one part.
okay, but here's the thing, Madison. No, the thing is that I didn't see it until so people were going to me like, what do you mean you haven't seen The Godfather? So I didn't see it until I was older than you guys. Maybe I saw it when I was like 27, 28. And I hadn't seen it and I didn't care. And it didn't seem like it was going to work for me. And I turned it on and I was mesmerized from the very beginning. And that was 20 years later. And now again, of course, it's not for everybody. She gave it a try. That's okay. But boy, that opening monologue got to me. I believe in America. And these men, they laughed at me. And then, I mean, just the camera shot, the opening monologue, then you cut to Marlon Brando with the pussycat. And it's like, how were you you weren't intrigued? It just didn't work for you at all? And he's like, and then, you've never called me coffee. You never asked me for a cup of coffee. I mean, what's it? I was like, this is right then and there. I thought it was the greatest movie I ever saw.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was just so intrigued. I'm surprised it didn't drag. And I understand the horse's head why that wouldn't, because I don't really like that part either. Now that I like cats, I don't like any cruelty in animals anymore, which I used to. That sex scene sure shocked me. Sex scene?
Maybe with
Sonny?
Sonny with his girlfriend.
But there is no sex scene. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like they don't
the
even
wall. Come
Yeah.
they don't really show anything. I mean,
Still a scene.
we've seen
But
worse
she,
over
as
the
a
years.
kid, she said it shocked her. As a kid,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, that's you don't. Was that Liz?
Yeah.
You don't even know the half of it in the book.
on.
In the book, that woman has a huge vagina, and it's described for like 3 chapters, and all that can satisfy her is apparently Sonny's massive cock, which is also described for 3 more chapters. Am I joking or exaggerating in any way?
You read the book?
No, but I know
The
that.
book is so trashy.
Was the book first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the book isn't very good. So
No.
people weren't expecting this movie to be the end all of what it is and how it's, stood the test of time and winning all the Oscars and everything. And then they made the movie and they're like, this is incredible. But it's the book. You know how people always say the book is better? Not in this case.
Mhm.
Apparently the book is trash. And really 3 or 4 chapters with, she had a very unusual vagina. It was very large. And the only thing that could satisfy it was Sonny's cock. I mean, it's like, this is multiple chapters.
Dave reads it every day.
Yeah. Well, when Joe was here, before COVID, and most of my stories are now before COVID, they all start off, before COVID, I had a girlfriend we used to do shows, we used to do readings downstairs at the Cellar at the Village Underground of movies, and we'd do The Godfather, and I would put all the book stuff in, and then have that scene where the narrator goes, in the book. We were just talking about. Anyway, do you feel that the movie would have been better if they had just talked about that?
I think I probably would have already been asleep by that point. If the beginning was the same, I don't know. I was also tired. It was not a good day for me to watch a 3.5 hour movie.
I understand, but I don't know if you're a movies person.
You're not working right now. You really should watch both movies.
Well, no, maybe that's not for her. Do you like movies?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's what
It depends.
You're not a movie person. You're a go-getter. You enjoy what you want to do. You want to work on TikTok and Instagram stuff, and you want to do that. That's available now. What kind of movies would you watch?
I have my top favorite movies. I really like Good Will Hunting.
I like that too, except
Classic.
I hate Robin Williams, but I love that movie.
Oh,
I know.
You're gonna say I hate Ben Affleck.
I hate him too, but I can let that go
okay.
because he's good in the movie. But I love that movie. I love Matt Damon. I just saw it the other day again. I was just watching the first.
Same.
I'll watch until Robin Williams comes up, and I love it. I mean, I really, really like it. So
Yeah,
that's
good
good.
one.
So that's an old one too.
Yeah.
So what made you see that?
It's my sister's favorite movie, and so we
Yeah, but
watched
she's
it
like
together.
around your age. So where? I mean, this is from 1997, so that's almost 20 or more, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So what chose that one?
Well, my sister I think likes it because my cousin is obsessed with Matt Damon, and then in high school just went on a whole spree where she watched every single Matt Damon movie, and then
It's like in Clueless, like let's ditch 7th period and see the new Christian Slater.
my cousin is so obsessed. She graduated from West Point. And underneath her uniform when she graduated was a T-shirt with Matt Damon's face on.
That's not regulation. Oh, sorry. Oh wow, she graduated from what? Your cousin's serious. Do you see The Martian?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? Oh my God, have you seen that?
No.
This is the worst. Why don't we invite you?
I haven't seen
Have
it.
you seen it?
No.
Oh my God, you tell these dorks that The Martian is awesome.
It's really good.
Well, Julia keeps making me watch the same movies and over and again.
No,
We watched the
you
new one
make
last
her
night.
watch the same.
We
No.
watched, or the other night we watched
I've
the
seen
new
that
one.
before. She
Well,
watched
it was really
Italian
good.
Job the other night.
Oh wait, that's Marky Mark, isn't it?
Marky Mark. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
It was really good.
What did you
Without
watch?
the funky
The
bunch.
Italian
Right.
Job.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was good. I liked
But
it.
wait, The Martian, guys, this movie. Mike, do you like The Martian?
I never saw it.
Oh, jeez.
The Italian Job's also a remake, by the way.
What?
The Italian Job's a
Oh,
remake.
the Italian Job, right? It's a remake.
Right.
The Martian is so good. It's Matt Damon. I mean, if you like Matt Damon, it's the only movie you need to see ever because he's basically, it's like Charlton Heston in Planet of the Apes or the Omega Man, where he's basically just in the movie by himself.
Mhm.
I mean, he's on screen by himself for an hour, at least an hour before if you combine it, it's just Matt Damon on Mars by himself. He's the only person on the planet, but it's great. He gets left on Mars by accident, and he has to survive until people can get him home, and he has to communicate. It's
Yeah, he gets home alone.
right.
Yeah, Home Alone on Mars.
Alone
Yeah.
Mars. He does, and it's a comedy too. That's the thing. It was
Yeah.
like nominated for like best comedy, and that's what struck me. I'm like, I gotta see this movie because I'm like, what are they talking about? Then when I saw it, I'm like, wow, it's really funny and it's really entertaining. Such good performances by everybody, including Jeff Daniels and Childish Gambino. What's that guy's name? Plays Richie Purnell. Glover. Right.
Oh yeah, he's in Community also.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
I think.
I'm
Yes,
in Community.
maybe.
Did you see my partner? No. All right. See what we're dealing with now. Anyway, yeah, it's such a good movie. It's I think it's Ridley Scott, so it's really well directed. I mean, think about if you can make an entertaining movie about a guy on Mars by himself for 2.5 hours, I feel like you win. You know, it's the way I feel about Casino Royale, which is this James Bond movie, which is really, really terrific. You ever seen any of the Bond movies? No?
No.
Well, there's if you want to see a really, really good one, 2006 they made this movie Casino Royale, and they have a poker tournament in it that lasts at least a half hour on screen time. And if you can make people playing poker exciting and dramatic, I mean, you just win, right? Wouldn't you say? It's a story. I'm telling you, it's just looking.
No, I'm not.
This is what.
Because when I drink coffee, my
I should have
eyes start
switched
to
you
get
guys.
tired.
That's what it is. So
Yeah,
you
when
are
I
getting
drink coffee.
sleepy.
No,
So you're
I'm not
falling
getting sleepy.
asleep
No, I'm
on
not.
the
I'm
show.
awake.
My worst fear.
I'm awake. It's just that when I drink coffee,
So
I
what's
get
your
really
favorite
sleepy.
Do you understand what?
My
Wait.
favorite movie?
Do you understand what she's saying? When she drinks coffee, she falls asleep, which is the exact
I
opposite
know.
of the entire
Yes.
of every single person I could have brought on this show.
I know coffee doesn't affect me either.
But it doesn't make you sleepy.
Well, it
probably
makes it when Julia has cold brew, she like
Yeah, I
shakes.
get really shaky, but it keeps me up. Like at
It's-
school, like our coffee place.
Cocaine has always made me sleepy, which is odd
Mhm.
because most people that trip, but pot. Picks me up. I'm the opposite of my doctor used to tell me all the time. He's like, "You're just wired
Yeah,
differently
your
than
blood
everybody
runs
else."
backwards, right? I remember you
Right.
telling
It
me
does,
that, yeah.
either that or my heart something
Yeah.
runs backwards. Yeah. So it's a thing.
Mhm.
You know, I had my colonoscopy last week, and this is one of the topics I had to talk about with you guys. No, I took the medication and it's supposed to work in like 6 to 12 hours. My body can handle that stuff. You know, like my stomach works. It took like 2 days. Like, you're not cleaned out yet? And I'm like, well, I told you this was going to happen, you dork. Doctor doesn't know anything. Doctors, what do they know?
Get my
That's
doctor.
Godfather
from,
2.
Yeah.
You've seen Godfather 2? No, I'm kidding. So wait, you like this is fascinating this is good for all of us. We like, you know, somebody your age. What are you, 21, 22?
22.
What else? This is exciting. This is the stuff we like. This is the show.
I really like The Wolf of Wall Street.
I just saw that last night. I was
First-
watching
not
it.
first time.
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, I was just watching it last night. Actually, what I found out last night, what I don't like about it is it's just too much voiceover, which was interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Anyway,
And Back to the Future.
Oh,
we don't care for that one too much. But
yeah, please. It's one of his favorites.
have you seen all 3 Back to the Futures?
I have.
When I did the scene about the Western Union Telegram, and I got some for you. Did you know where that was from?
That's from the second one.
Yes. Excellent.
Pretty good.
You know, the guy that just did it, he just died. The guy that did that scene. It was the guy, his name is Joe Flaherty, and he used to be on this incredible comedy show called SCTV, and Spielberg loved him, and he loved that show. And so when he was doing this thing where he comes, "Are you Marty McFly?" And you think something's up, and you're like, "I got something for you." And he puts his, hand his jacket like he's going to pull out a gun.
Uh-huh.
That was an old bit that they used to do on this TV show, SCTV. And I was like the only one in the theater who knew. So I'm like, "Ah!" And people are like, "What the fuck is he laughing at?" And then he's like, "It's this letter."
But that's what happened in The Jerk also, if you remember, where the guy who's shooting up at the gas station, he comes back later.
Oh, he's selling
and
insurance?
no, he's not selling insurance. He's a processor. He was a private eye.
Oh.
And he goes into his jacket. You think Steve Martin thinks he's going to get shot. And it's a letter from the guy who made the glasses.
Oh, right. For Carl Reiner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that you love Back to the Future. I taught a course in that last semester.
It's a great movie.
It was a time.
All of them are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. We worship Michael J. Fox. He's been in this room. They wouldn't let me come that day because they knew I was a big fanboy.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, you can't." I'm like, they did it in the afternoon on purpose. Mike, when do they usually tape live from the table here? 6 o'clock, right?
6 o'clock or in the afternoon.
That day they taped it at 3, so I couldn't come because I knew I was working.
Smart move.
My friend's girlfriend was in Wolf of Wall Street. Is that true, Anonymous? Was she one of the prostitutes on the plane? Zing! That's all you do.
Zinger.
Julia, what about you? What movies do you like if you don't
Well,
care
we
for Rocky?
we like Wolf of Wall.
Yeah.
We've watched it together a few times. What
Did
else?
you guys room together in school?
No,
No.
No.
we were close to like next door, like neighbors,
Mhm.
essentially. What else? I like rom-coms.
Right. Well, you know I do. So
Yeah.
what's your favorite rom-com? You know what mine is, right?
It's the long one.
Rocky.
It's the what's the name of it?
I know what it
Talking
is.
to the mic.
It's the long one.
The
Like,
long-
it's too long. I haven't seen it because I know it's
Notting
gonna-
Hill.
Yeah, that one.
You think that's long?
That's one of
Yeah.
your favorites.
It is one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite. You should know the answer to this.
Oh, not Mean Girls.
No.
Mean Girls is not a rom com.
I mean, kind of.
They
a little
consider
bit.
it one, but I agree.
Mm,
Come on.
Oh, it's the Christmas one.
No.
Isn't it?
What are you guys nuts? You really don't know? When I say it, you're gonna.
Is it Clueless?
It's-
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
Okay, for a long
Madison.
time you were
The
watching
first
Not-
person I
Hold on a
just
second.
met. Like,
For a long time, you were watching Notting Hill in the front seat of your
Yeah,
You
'cause
know-
we used to
all
talk
the
about
time.
that one.
yes, but you know my favorite
Yes, I
movie
know
is
Cl- I
Clueless.
wouldn't
You
call
know
Clueless a
this
rom-com.
already.
I
Not,
don't
Notting
really
Hill's
like
up there.
Clueless.
Although one of my students, what's going on?
I was moving my chair.
One of my students got me off Notting Hill. They told me something, and I don't even remember what it was. And I'm like,
And then it
Yeah.
stinks.
yeah, they hated it, and it was really disappointing. So bothered me.
You like Dumb Money.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
That's
what
like-
that is.
It's
Oh,
good.
you
It's
gotta
like
see it.
the now
You would
version of Wolf
appreciate
of
it
Wall
because
Street.
you were
It's like-
involved in all that during the pandemic when everyone was like,
Oh.
like all the meme
following
stocks
the
and
meme
everything
stocks.
was cool.
Oh, see, Elizabeth says.
Oh, is that like newer?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very
Michael J.
Yeah.
Fox?
On
was
Netflix.
I think it's
great
on
Live from the
Netflix.
Table.
I think
It
I saw that.
was. Yeah, it was good. I like that one.
Did you see the newest rom com, the Zac Efron, Nicole Kidman one yet on
No.
Oh, yeah.
Netflix?
Jocelyn,
The
she
what,
said
like family something?
Yeah, Family Affair.
I haven't
Family
seen
Affair.
it, but it keeps coming up in my recommendation.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is it good?
What?
So no.
Well, first, Zac Efron looks so weird, so it's disturbing because he used to be the prettiest boy. He's the guy I wanted to come back on as my next life, is be Zac
Yeah.
Efron, and now I'm not sure. Nicole Kidman looks a little weird.
She's the one who does the AMC.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, like on the commercial, she's like,
yeah, and she's
Oh,
like,
okay.
or not the
Oh, in
what
the
are-
movie
in the
theater.
movie theater,
Yeah.
and they're like getting the
She does the
lights and
intro.
everything.
Oh my God,
she is
so
a movie
annoying.
star, but
that's
Anyway,
the most annoying part.
I don't know the movie, and I saw the thing, and it said a famous movie actor falls in love with his assistant's mom, and I'm like, well, that'll work for me. Just the premise work. Also, have you seen the Lindsay Lohan one?
No.
on Netflix.
No, I
thought you said
haven't.
you like rom coms.
I like Parent Trap.
What's going on?
She's in that. I
Yeah,
really like Parent
that's
Trap.
okay. Yes, but that's I'm talking about the new ones.
I haven't seen that.
It's called The Irish Wish.
No, I saw the like the picture of it on Netflix, but I haven't
All right, that's
watched
great.
it.
Did you see the one with iCarly in it and Brooke Shields? So you haven't watched any of the new Netflix rom coms?
No.
I'm bringing it up because
Netflix like original movies, I think are never good.
Yeah.
no, they're not
They
good.
remind me
Uh,
of like Hallmark.
No, that's what I was going to say.
My
I
grandma's
know you're-
obsessed with the Hallmark,
And so is her
channel.
mom.
yeah, my
Yeah.
mom's
And
obsessed
so I
with
know
it.
you guys love the Hallmark movies, and everybody is okay with them leaving them on in the background. But after what, they're hard to watch
The
in their
Fonz is
entirety.
One of them.
Yes, I know.
That's a
but
good one.
Is that the
one-
Jewish one?
Henry
Best
Winkler,
Christmas
that
ever.
guy.
Yeah, the Fonz.
My sister's fiance's dad looks just like Henry Winkler,
Really?
That's exciting.
Like the young Henry Winkler or the now Henry
like
Winkler?
now.
Oh.
Also, he came to my middle school and like
Henry
read us a
Winkler?
book.
The guy who pretended to be Henry Winkler?
No,
But he came-
Henry Winkler came
he
and like
did?
read he wrote a picture
Really?
book, maybe.
Oh, I think he wrote a picture kids book.
Yeah, and
So it's
then
probably what he was-
came and read it to us.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, we would have.
I know.
That would have
Is
been.
he from your like?
I have
I
no
was going
clue.
to say,
Is he from New Jersey?
I don't know, but that would have been the greatest day of
Yeah.
our lives. if
Doesn't he
had
have a
come
New
to our
York
school.
accent though?
No,
I think that's
No?
in the show.
Oh,
No, he's just Jewish.
you
I thought
guys
it
don't
was-
understand.
Yeah, in the movie.
If he had, first of all, he wouldn't be able to go to a school because he would have been mobbed
Yeah.
like Taylor Swift. I know you can't understand, and we love talking to.
He is from New York originally.
Oh, he's from New York. We love talking to younger people about it because it's something you can never understand. Like even if you were to watch Happy Days, you would sit there going like, "This guy, like Taylor Swift."
Yeah.
and we'd be like, you just don't understand. Like, so if he was at a mall, which happened one time. Look, she's giving the thumbs up. Hey. Which happened. He tells a story of when the show started happening, and they went to a mall, him and Richie and Potsy, and there was, they couldn't get out.
I believe it.
And he went into the character. He's just, all right, I want everybody to make 2 lines. We're going to part the Red Sea here. And he just went into the character, and they all parted.
I believe it.
Right? Just like we would.
Yeah.
Oh, Fon says we have to,
That's right.
it was, and they walked right through.
He would snap his finger, the jukebox would go on. He had like magical power.
It was, and so much so that years ago, there's an incredible big ratings extravaganza one where he rides his motorcycle over 13 garbage cans, defeating the old record of 12. And
this was in the show.
Yeah.
And
he did his own stunt.
No, it's just a fantasy. We don't know.
That's your takeaway from the story. He did his own stunt.
He was young at one point.
But the worst part is, they went in, and then he's over half of them, and it cuts out like continued next week, and you're like, no, and it was awful, and you really had to wait a week. It wasn't like Netflix. It was a disaster.
That's right.
You had to hold on.
You had to wait 7 days.
7 days. It was awful. And then, so anyway, I'll never forget at the beginning where his best friend is like, Fonz, nobody's going to think you're less cool if you don't do this. And he goes, no, I will. And he hits the jukebox. Normally he hits the jukebox, goes on, didn't go on. And that's what my dad did. I'll never forget what we were watching. He goes, he lost his power. And then my dad was like catching himself. Wait, what am I doing? Like, we were involved.
Yeah.
And then remember the next week he kind of made it. Then he was on all these drugs and he ended up in a kid's hospital. It was like with the nuns. And we tell you this, you're just like, I don't get it. I mean, we could show you that episode and how much it meant to us, and you would be like, I don't know what's happening here.
The next episode should have started at a funeral.
Well, technically they should have, because the next season,
he jumps the shark.
You might be familiar with the phrase "jump the shark." I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
It's when a TV show is done and they don't know it.
Yep.
So I don't know, what TV shows are you guys watching now? Do you watch Bridgerton or anything like that?
I'm watching that right now. Pretty good.
So, like, let's say there's a point in the 4th season where you're like, this is stupid. Everything they're doing now is stupid. That's called jumping the shark. And it comes from this Happy Days episode where Fonzie, after the garbage can thing, they're like, let's have him now jump a shark.
On water skis.
And that is when the show went downhill. So actually, if Mike had his way and actually Fonzie they had the funeral the next day, it probably would have been best.
Right.
Meanwhile, it lasted another 7 seasons.
Exactly.
He became like a teacher and then a father. It was
right.
But he always wore the leather jacket.
Well, that was season 10 when that happened.
Season 10. Wait, season 10, what happened?
When he jumped the shark.
No. That was season 4 or 5.
I'm
going to say 4.
I don't know.
It was.
That's season 10 premiere.
Hey, Cousin Frankie's on.
Cousin Frankie.
Hey, that's for real. Joe's and Julia's cousin Frankie.
Someone else. Sorry.
What season was it?
I'm looking at the wrong information on this.
I know. I wasn't worried for a second.
Right. We'll never hear the end of it. Juskow's right. I hope Mike's right.
I'm waiting for the information.
I know. I'm just
look at Madison. She's like, I've had enough of this.
It is season 5, episode 3.
Thank you.
He was right.
I was right on. Season 5, episode 3.
Oh,
yeah.
So they just
and they had like 5 more seasons.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
It was 10 or 11. In fact, they had.
And didn't they have a spinoff too?
That's why it's not really
many
jumping the shark,
spin-offs.
though, because jumping the shark means it was about to end.
But they didn't know.
Jumping the shark was when Ted McGinley showed up.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was this guy also who would show up on every show.
Love Boat.
And then it would
Married with
die,
Children.
except Married with Children. That kept going.
Yeah,
it was the only one, but he was a very handsome guy, and he just always showed up at the end of. It was never on like his own show from the beginning.
Right.
Anyway, I like. Does anybody watch TV anymore? Do you guys?
I'm watching The Bear.
I heard that's very good.
Like that one.
Everybody tells me I should be watching that.
It's very good.
Do you watch any network TV shows anymore? Or do you know what network TV is?
I watch Late Night with Seth Meyers.
Do?
Mm-hmm.
You watch Late Night with Seth Meyers? Now, isn't that interesting? Why'd you choose that one out of all the ones, and especially since it's so late? Do you tape it or do you just watch clips on YouTube?
I watch it next morning on Peacock.
Really? Why did you choose that one as the one to watch?
Okay. So my favorite show of all time is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
Like, I'm obsessed with
Andy
Andy
Samberg,
Samberg.
right.
I love him. And then I started watching Corrections. I don't know if you know it.
I don't know that one.
It's like a YouTube exclusive. Seth Meyers just goes and like reads the YouTube comments on all of the things he posts on YouTube, and like people like in the comments correct him. I started watching that because sometimes he would call Andy Samberg during it, and I was like, oh my god, Seth Meyers is really funny. And I also remember when he was on Weekend Update.
Yeah.
I used to think that was the real news. I would watch it. This was the real news.
Well, that's where I'd get my news from. That was him and Amy Poehler were terrific, and that's where I'd get my news. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Why do you want to us the real news? They're telling me the news. They're just putting a spin on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It
And
was
then-
the real news.
Mhm. But then I was watching Corrections and I didn't really understand what he was correcting. So then I was like, well, I need to watch the show so that I can like understand what he's talking about. So then that's why I started watching the show.
That's cool. I like that. See, it's funny that you're watching because I don't know those shows aren't necessary anymore. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, all that kind of stuff just isn't necessary. See, years ago when Henry Winkler was a big star, they had the Tonight Show only. And it was necessary because you didn't have a forum to see your celebrity hero talk like a regular person.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to have anywhere where Henry Winkler come on and just talk like the Jew that he is, instead of like, come on, but we're gonna, like anybody. So, but now with social media and Instagram, and you have so much access to your superstars, these shows are worthless. Like there's too many commercials, everybody's applauding, so you can't really get a good interview. So I don't know who's watching anymore. I mean, they're pointless. So that I'm surprised. But if I was going to watch one, I would definitely watch Seth Meyers too, because he does, I believe, like the Weekend Update formula at the beginning,
Yeah.
right? Which is cool. He sits at the desk.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that stupid monologue, and he's not wearing the suit
Yeah.
because Jimmy Kimmel was trying to do that, and he got a message from the network saying you got to wear the suit. And he's like, why? No one wears suits anymore. Why are
He
we
did
wearing?
wear the suit recently, but I think because he had Letterman on for
Exactly.
the premiere, and
See?
so he was like, I need
He
to
was
wear
showing the
suit.
respect. Exactly. But normally I like the way he dresses. I
Mhm.
saw the episode with him and Julia Louis-Dreyfus where they got drunk.
Oh, day
That was
drinking. It's
really
my favorite.
funny.
Mhm.
Yeah. But day drinking makes me uptight. So what somebody's saying, Duffy, you know what? He's making fun of my movie from the Cars. That's my high school friend.
I saw
Rich
someone say
Duffy.
some of the cars before,
Yes,
but I wasn't sure. If it was
Still
Disney
waiting for
Cars or
Turbocharge.
what.
I made a movie called Turbocharge. That's
It's on Amazon.
Prime.
Yeah.
The comments are really funny.
Yeah.
The-
We
the
read.
comments-
There should be a show
they're
reading the
really,
YouTube
really
comments from
funny.
Turbocharge.
Absolutely. The comments are incredible. We used to read them at lunchtime with Caitlin, remember?
Yes, I remember.
It was awesome.
Yes,
The comments
I
are
remember.
priceless.
I also watch Survivor when it's on.
Oh,
You
I
know, my
haven't
niece
watched that
auditioned
yet.
for that.
Dory?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She did.
Yeah, I got her a tape to the. I knew the Jessica pilot knew something. So
Oh, okay. Wow.
I got her the tape on it, and they were like, she has no personality. I'm like, well, I know that. I wasn't sure if you knew. No.
What do
That
you have to
Big
do
Brother,
for the
and then
audition?
We thought that might have pulled her out of her shell, but
But, like, what do you have to do for the audition?
just something
I think
Is
she just
it-
made a tape.
Yeah.
Just
but
made
don't
a
you have
tape.
to like
No,
prove that you could like
that's what I was
do
gonna say.
things and
No, I
like
think
be able
you-
to survive?
No.
I
Like, you
don't-
don't
They
do
just want
like
interesting
jumps and
characters.
stuff.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, they're just looking for people, and I mean, they
Yeah, some of the people are a little like. There was this
Yeah,
last
they're
season.
crazy.
The guy was like, we were reading his interview questions, and like one of the questions was like, "Oh, which Survivor player do you want to play the most like?" And this man like clearly had never watched any of the show. He was like, just a mixture of a bunch, like clearly not like dodging the question. Like,
Right.
Well, Liz
God.
was just saying she can't believe it's still on, and I can't
It's
believe
crazy.
it.
It's still on. Yeah.
I also watch Big Brother, and
I can't
Wow.
believe that's
I used
still
to
on.
watch that 100 years
and
ago.
Cousin Frankie says Dave is
Jeopardy.
that's my favorite movie. So thank you, Cousin Frankie. And you watch Jeopardy? Do you like Ken Jennings or Maya
Yes.
Bialik?
the other girl I hated.
No
when
one
she
likes
would
her.
when she would host, they'd be like, "Okay, I'm not going to watch this week because she was just annoying."
No one likes her. She is annoying. And Barry. Oh, do you guys watch Emily in Paris?
no.
No.
Because I watch that. It's fantastic.
No.
All right. You know what, Mike? You want to go to the slides? Do we have time? What time is it?
Oh, we have time.
What time is it?
6:45.
Oh, yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's go to the slides. I got some.
I'll just be with them.
All right, here's the first one. We always start with, the president or somebody like that. That's Biden right after his debate.
Oh,
And as you can see, his granddaughters are like, "Daddy, are we going to jail?"
Probably pretending they don't know who he
Grandpappy.
is.
Uh,
Embarrassed, ashamed.
doesn't it look like they're totally? He's on his way to Camp David. This is right after the debate, and it looks like they're all in shock. I mean, if his granddaughters are sending that message, it may be over. He looks great though, doesn't he? He looks slim and trim. It's like,
Yeah, he's tan.
Well, I don't know. He was just getting over a cold. They kept making that very clear.
yeah, they keep saying.
So maybe
but,
he's like.
so he's been getting over a cold for the past 2 years.
Well, he's been president for the last 2 years. That's been very stressful on its own.
All right, what's the next one? I got a lot of slides. That's a satellite view of the hurricane, the one in Texas that
Wow.
Mike just had to go through. What is? I know you didn't. I know it didn't. Mike lives in Texas half of the time. What's it called? What's the hurricane?
Hurricane, go fuck yourself. I don't know.
Oh yeah, hurricane. Go fuck yourself. It's written on the thing. Can you read it, Mags, on top?
Hurricane
Beryl.
Beryl from space.
Right,
.jpg.
from space. Look at the size of that.
That's serious.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. What's the next one, Mike? I think we go back to. I don't know why that was there actually, because this is the what happened in Britain. They just changed
All right. Yeah.
parties, and the Labour Party had a landslide over the Conservative Party. I like the way they found out. Doesn't that look like a fun town? I don't know where they are. I've been to London once. You guys ever been?
Yes, I went in 2011.
I wonder, did I go then? Did I go out? When did I took my Dory to see the Harry Potter
That's
play.
right, yeah.
That was
Oh.
not 2011. 'Cause
It was
I
a long
remember,
time ago.
No, but I remember
Look,
I heard about
Aunt Judy, your Uncle Bob's Hebrew name is Beryl.
There you go.
It was 2011 or it
No,
wasn't?
I think it was like after 2000.
Oh, after 2011. Did you like it?
I don't really remember much of it. I was only like 9, but I liked it. We got stuck there because of Hurricane Irene.
So it's a good thing I brought up that
Yeah.
hurricane. So it's-
So we couldn't. So we went. My dad like surprised us with the trip. Told us we were going to the Statue of Liberty, and then we showed up at the airport, and I was very upset because I wanted to go to the Statue of Liberty.
Mr. Lopez did that?
Yeah, and still haven't gone to the Statue of Liberty.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Just go on the Staten Island ferry. Have you done that?
No,
Okay,
I don't
just
want to
do that. It's free. Just goes right past it. That's all you need.
And there's a Wendy's. You
People
told me in the
come-
Staten Island Ferry Terminal.
There is. I eat there on Sundays.
There you go.
But you just take the ferry. It takes 20 minutes, and then you're done. You've seen the Statue of Liberty up close. I've never been there either. There's no reason to go. You just go past it. You give the
You can also
praise.
see it from New Jersey.
Yeah, well, you can
Technically,
see
isn't it in Jersey?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. But yeah, my your dad took you as a surprise. My dad, we took us to the track once as a surprise. We didn't know we were going. He's like, "Come on, get in the car.
Elliot
We're going to the
Juskow wasn't
Meadowlands."
Big on surprises.
No, he was the worst. Oh, that's the next one, Mike. Oh, that's Steve Bannon going to jail.
He got old.
He's going to jail. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know why everybody's going to jail, but not Trump. And I don't care if Trump goes to jail or not. But why are you sending everybody else to jail? You know, I don't think they really did anything that bad. But anyway, this guy's going to jail, and he looks terrific too. I think he's got good hair, but he's going to jail, and he's in the limo. So what?
The limo is taking him to jail.
And what's going to be
For
the next-
defying a congressional subpoena.
What? Right. Oh, right. He didn't. Well, if you're going to get subpoenaed, you're going to ignore it. But I don't think he should go to jail for 3 months. But anyway, what is the next slide going to be, Joe? If I say he's going to jail in the limo, what do you think the next one will be?
Is it Goodfellas?
Yes.
Okay.
Joe Messina.
Thank you.
Score right there. Take me to jail. You got it right. Ding, 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 ding. Well done. Have you seen Goodfellas?
If you ask my criminology professor, I have. 'Cause
I
I
did.
could write an essay about it, but I haven't seen it.
You haven't either.
No, I haven't.
You mean you wrote an essay and you graduated by not even seeing it? You're that smart, is what I'm trying to say.
I just looked up a summary of it and then like related it to the topics we learned in class.
Great movie.
This is what my students do too.
Oh, your students are worse.
I
They just
know.
do verbatim from
know.
GPT.
Oh, it's awful.
We're not going to mention Billy.
My nephew was in my class and he totally used the chat GPT. He's like, no, that's the way I talk. You just don't recognize the way I write. It's not the way I talk. And I'm like, right. I mean, I know I'm not the brightest guy, but you really are thinking I'm a genuine idiot. Anyway, what's the next one, Mike? Please. Joe Messina's never wrong. That's what Cousin Frankie says, by the way.
There you go.
So this is a real photo of journalists carrying a Supreme Court decision to their news correspondents. But does it or does it not look like a rom-com?
Yeah, it looks like she's chasing after
right.
him.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is a real photo where the decision for
I
Trump
have those shoes.
just had come down in the Supreme Court, and they're running to give the information. Now, I don't know. Maybe there's no phones in the thing, and that's why,
Right,
because I'm
right,
trying to
right.
think, what
have
is this?
phones
Is
in
this
their
the Supreme
hand.
Court in DC?
What'd you say, Mike?
They have phones in their hands.
So I don't know what the running is, but they have to get the information. Yes, this is in D.C.
Okay.
I think they have to use the bathroom.
And no, so the next photo I have is from the rom-com. I don't know why. I guess it's on my mind. Career Opportunities.
Is that the guy from Glee?
No, definitely not. That
Wow.
is Frank
Kinda looks
Whaley.
like
That's
him.
Jennifer Connelly, who's still luscious. This is a movie from 1991,
So, no, definitely not.
done by the guy who did Home Alone and The Breakfast Club, and it didn't do very well. But I'm doing a book on it right now. And look at the. Wait, do you see this? This next one. This is the poster for the movie, and they photoshopped that. She was not wearing. They were really trying to sell this film. It didn't do well.
Why do they look orange?
Well, whatever they look, she was not wearing that neckline or
Yeah.
whatever, and they made it. They photoshopped even back then
Back then.
in 1991. And I'll tell you something. It's funny because I'm like, I don't think I've seen that movie. And when I saw the poster, I'm like, I've got to see this movie. It's so eye-catching. I mean, they're right. I mean, it works. Is
like-
Dave Juskow not going to see that? I mean, that girl's so beautiful. I did say luscious. That's Jennifer Connelly. She's still really pretty. And she's been working since she was like 8 or 6 in the movie. She was in Once Upon a Time in America and Labyrinth.
Really?
Yeah.
She was the little girl.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
They're orange.
And then she's been in the Hulk.
It's probably
So she grew up very sexy. But yeah, this movie blows. You know what the movie is? He wrote this and Home Alone at the same time. It's like they get locked in a store overnight and then burglars show up. It's really messed up. In fact, in Europe, they call the movie Kevin Grows Up and is Home Alone in a store. Like
Really?
it's called something like that, where they're
Home Alone
marketing
lost
it.
in a store instead of like
They're
Lost in New
they
York.
marketed it. This came out. It was filmed before Home Alone, but then they were marketing it after Home Alone. John
Wow.
Hughes was furious. He didn't put his name on it. They made him put his name on it. He wanted it off, and they package it for other countries that this is Macaulay Culkin grown up
Evan McAllister. Yeah.
and working at a store overnight, and he gets locked up with robbers again. I mean, it was an idea, but it still
Yeah.
didn't work. What's the next one, please, Mike? I think it's the polling booth in France. Yes. Now, France has their elections on a Sunday, and it also coincided with the medieval festival that was going on that day. But of course, the money shot here is the dog waiting. That's not the lady's dog.
The dog's waiting to vote.
No,
Yeah, that's what makes it so funny.
no, it's a guy in a costume.
Right, it's a guy in costume. He's like, that dog is like, who'd you vote for? Like, I hope you voted for Biden. Although I know it doesn't look good. Vote for Trump. Trump. I don't know. That picture works for me every day. There's just something funny if I came out of it. First of all, we don't have voting booths anymore. Do you guys?
And
Do they have them in
Alpha would
Jersey?
have voted.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the curtain?
Curtain,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, they don't have it in New York.
Really?
Pennsylvania, they don't either. It's like a
Yeah.
table, and they have like
A section.
sections.
Yeah.
And you
But
like write
Like
it in.
a splash garden,
But people
urinal.
watch you.
I know.
No, we got the curtain in Manalapan.
No, we don't have the curtain anymore. But I can't tell you how happy I
Only
would
voted in
be
New Jersey
if
for.
I came out of that curtain and the dog was there to greet me.
Let's try and arrange.
Don't
it.
have a private conversation
Oh, I'm sorry.
while we're on the
I'm
air.
so sorry.
What the hell?
I was just saying I've only
You
voted
get
in New
that,
Jersey
right?
one time.
Right, Dave?
I mean, say it. You can talk to her.
No, we were
Well,
trying to
just
figure
make sure
out
you're on
where
the
we
mic.
voted
Well, I know that you
I
did
don't-
your,
You did
your mail-in
absentee
one.
one
for
year.
New Jersey. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I remember I walked with you to the mailbox.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But I changed mine to Pennsylvania.
All right. What is the next picture? Mike, we're not in any rush, right? Oh, great. Because I got a lot of photos. All right. These are all these Jews. They're ultra-Orthodox Jews. This is in Israel.
Okay.
They are protesting, which everybody knows I hate,
Dave
no
hates
matter
protests
what the protests
of
are.
any kind.
You
And
do
parades.
too.
And parades.
You do
Yes,
too,
I
in
do,
case
yes.
because you drive all the
Yeah,
time.
no, it's a problem.
But these assholes are protesting in Israel because Israel makes everybody join the army,
Right.
and they are somehow have been not have to, and they're saying no, you have to too, and they're protesting about doing their duty. They're the worst kind of Jews. You notice there's no women there because they hate women and they don't want them around, and they'll stone women who were at the Wailing Wall there, because Sarah Silverman's sister is a rabbi in Israel. They don't acknowledge her being a woman, and they fucking stoned her while she was at the wall, and she was protesting and stuff.
But how do they get around it? Because I've heard of people going on vacation, they have dual citizenship, and they get stopped at the airport because they didn't serve.
These guys have some sort of for years, but now
Wow.
they're trying to put a stop to it. Look, everybody's got to go. If you want to be an Israeli citizen,
Right,
you got to
yeah.
join the army. That's what happened to one of your coworkers, I think.
That's right.
One of my
That's
friends
exactly what
from
happened.
Villanova, her friend from high school, had to do that. She had dual citizenship in Israel.
Yeah.
And they were
So
like,
even if you have dual citizenship, you still got to go back for a
Oh,
couple
a
years.
like
friend-
she grew up in New Jersey, and they were like, "Come back."
You know,
Yeah, wow.
You know that guy Mike that you upset he won all the prizes that
Yeah, I
year?
hate that guy.
He has dual citizenship, but he got stuck in Greece. Because he never served.
Oh, so you can't go back.
Yeah, no, it's a problem.
So I don't know how these guys got away with it. Plus, they're awful. Look at them. Look at them. You know how hot it is there? Can you imagine these guys walking around Brooklyn right now, dressed like this? They're dressed like this now. This is where nobody knows the correct religion. Let's say it's whatever you guys practice.
Okay.
But we know this has got to be wrong. I'm positive God didn't want everybody wearing wool clothing in the heat of like something like today. I mean, they just have to be wrong.
That's a good point.
Thank you. What's the next one? Oh, that was the 4th of July in Washington, D.C. How delightful.
Very nice.
Did you guys have fun on the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff?
We
Almost
watched.
set
Were you all
our lawn on
together?
Fire.
What?
Oh, you're
Yeah. My
Going
sister's
fireworks?
fiance, like we had the fireworks there in the boxes, and like one of the after it like was done exploding, like one of the embers like fell onto the box and almost set our lawn on
guy
fire.
sounds like a jackass because we love blowing off fireworks and we do it the correct way.
That's right. Dave gets sparkles and he jumps over the fireworks.
Mm.
I've seen it.
It's true. Took a chance.
I'm expecting another show on Saturday.
What's the next one, Mike? Oh yeah, did you hear about this? This is the cricket championship, and they had it here this year, which is insane because no one knows what cricket is. But India won, and of course, the next picture, Mike, is this just happened a week ago. The next picture is the celebration
Of course.
in India, which is making me sick right now. You know how mad I would be,
Yeah.
and it's worse than you could possibly imagine. Go to the next picture, Mike.
Oh
What
my
the
God.
fuck? Can
Oh
you
my
imagine
God.
driving home from work on that shit?
Oh
Come
my
on.
That
God.
just looks like India anyway.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing, right? I'm just picturing it. Can you imagine?
Dave's got to get his car out of the parking
Oh,
lot.
you guys have no idea what it was like. When people say like, oh, you don't like Trump being president? I'm like, no, not for the reasons you guys think. My parking garage is right near Trump Tower. So it was a nightmare for me for 4 years. And his son lived across the street from me. So there was no way for me to win for 4 years. Marcy's like, right, they have fireworks all summer long, as we know, because when you were on the Billy Joel one, I think they were going off and your thank you. Anonymous is giving us a Yankee score for the missus. Julia's mom is obsessed with the Yankees. Anonymous.
I hope they're winning. Otherwise,
They
we're
are
not
winning
going
1-0.
home.
Yeah.
Thank
I
God.
wouldn't have told you if right.
Yeah.
They Anonymous, they can't go home if the Yankees lost. It's dangerous.
It's scary.
What's the next picture, Mike?
Screams.
Oh yeah, that you know who that guy is? You don't? That's Cristiano Ronaldo.
I know.
That was gonna be my guess.
He's
I was
super
gonna guess
hot,
that
right?
too.
My
he's-
grandma's obsessed with him.
Yeah, so am I. First of all, there he's crying like a baby because he missed a point. So I would say loser. But then if you go to the next picture, we all remember that incredible commercial. Oh my God, he's so hot. It's ridiculous.
That's the poster that Dave has in his room.
And then you go to the
And you can
next
get
one.
the other
Remember, the commercial started with this.
Oh,
with
that's
that
right,
hot
yeah.
cleaning lady, and she sent all the pictures everywhere and it went viral. That's one of the best commercials I've ever seen in my life about about an ad about going viral that went viral.
Right.
You know, about going viral.
Yeah.
It was a very smart commercial and showed the world Christian. What's his name again? I just said it.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. So yeah, he
What was
plays
it an
for
ad
Portugal.
for? Like himself?
I think underwear.
Underwear,
Oh,
yeah.
underwear.
Oreos.
Oreos. What's the next one, Mike? Oh yeah, that's that new hot girl, Sydney McLaughlin Lavrone. She is going to be at the Olympics. If you go to the next picture, I will be watching because she is way hot. She is way hot, and NBC is promoting her as hot. I think if you go to the next picture, so it's not just me. See, this is the ad for the NBC Olympics. You're telling me they're not promoting, hey, we got a really hot girl that's going to be good at track.
You should send her a telegram.
I can't because if you go to the next picture.
Oh, the next ad is going to just be her in the Jennifer Connelly pose.
What Mac? Mike?
The next picture is going to be her in the Jennifer Connelly pose.
Oh, no. Damn it. I should have done that. But no, she got married.
Oh, sorry.
Some football player, loser.
Because the telegram might have worked.
I thought that too, but see, Aunt Judy wanted to see that commercial. She gets it. All right, so let's go to the next one. I'm kind of excited about the Olympics too. All right, this is the Pendleton Candy Shop in South Carolina. It was what? What was that, David? Was that David? Oh, shut up! They're making fun of me on an HBO show where I was in my towel. This is a candy store in South Carolina, which looks awesome, and it won best candy shop in the state. So then if you go to the next one, Mike, I was talking like, let's just talk about candy shops for a minute.
Oh, that's
this is Dylan's.
Yeah.
Now I like Dylan's. They used to be right in my neighborhood, so I used to get a lot of gifts there and stuff. It was so easy, right on my block. And then they moved it. Now it's in Hudson Yards, so I'm never going there again because what a pain in the ass. But see, it's nice, it's beautiful, but it's too clean.
Yeah.
And so the question is, do you like this? Do you find this candy shop attractive?
I only really like chocolate candy, so I'm very fond of the M&M store.
But do you like just the Willy Wonka-ness of a shop like this?
The
and
aesthetic.
The smell.
Oh.
Right, the aesthetic.
I guess it is kind of too clean. It's not. It needs to be more chaotic.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to the next picture, the only reason I shop here anyway is because the girl Dylan is so hot. But anyway, but look at that candy behind it. Doesn't it look delicious?
Yeah.
So see that candy?
Charleston shoes.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
That wall
Have you
looks
ever had the
way
frozen?
better.
Yeah,
had them
of course.
frozen?
That's
What'd you
the
say,
way to
Mike?
do it.
That wall looks way better than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you go to the next picture, this is the kind of candy shop.
Yeah.
Economy
Oh,
candy.
Economy
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
Have you guys been there before?
No.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
Yep. You
A
got to
mess
step over a
of
junkie to get
awesomeness.
inside.
That what?
You got to step over a junkie to get inside.
Yeah, right. That's
The
the
guy
one.
asking for $10.
That could be. He might be there.
You can get a whipped strawberry Snickers bar though.
Yeah, go to the next one. Yeah, I took pictures. I mean, I got pictures of the inside. So you look at now. That's
Yeah.
that's what you're talking about, right? The big hunk.
That's
Yeah.
what you get, Dave.
This is just a
Yeah,
picture of
look at how.
Ronaldo in the wrapper.
Isn't that a beautiful,
That's incredible.
beautiful store?
Yeah.
That's what Madison. That's what you were saying. You like the mess,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that more appetizing somehow? Dylan's
Yeah.
is beautiful, but this is incredible.
And they
Anonymous,
they
you've
make
never
some
heard
of their own
it?
stuff too.
The what?
They have like those things they make there as well, or at least they sell them there.
An economy candy?
Look at the
Yeah, like the homemade peanut butter cups and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't
I
seen
didn't
that?
know that. Go to the next one. There's more pictures of economy candy. They've been open for I think 80 years.
In that glass case right there, in those.
Oh, they have homemade stuff. I didn't realize
Yeah, that
that.
stuff right
That
there.
reminds
That
me
big
of like
pile.
places at the beach where you get like the fudge and
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
those candy. I like the way those look. Like the ones at the beach, like when we go to Point
Yeah.
Pleasant, like that.
Yeah. If you go to the next
Real
one,
quick,
I
how
think-
great would it have been to go in there and just see like a little rat head popping out?
Well,
Just
exactly. I don't think I would eat
a little-
any of that
Yeah,
candy
no,
in
with
that
like-
neighborhood.
Ratatouille.
We go to the next one. See that little wall behind this guy? That's what I'm talking. See, he's also got the toys up there too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now,
It
the-
kind of looks like
I see
Like
some
what
troll
you
as
would
this
get
moves.
at like an arcade. You like trade your
Right.
tickets
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
so if you go to the next one, Mike, this is what I was talking about. Yankees won. Whoever they're playing won.
Oh, thank God.
I was in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, New Hope, a couple of weeks ago, and they have this little general store. In that store has all those toys that we grew up in, or maybe I don't know, maybe you're
Like the
a
$6
little
million
young.
man.
No, bet like more lame,
Oh,
like as if we lived on the Titanic.
like a yo-yo.
See, I knew I was doing the right thing. Go to the next one, Mike. Let's take a look at some of the stuff they have there. I
a
got it
top.
right off their
Oh,
website.
Jesus.
Road trip bingo. Before there were cell phones,
Yeah,
you guys,
I played that.
when you go on a trip, you'd have to bring these cards and like whatever you spotted, you know, like it was-
Yeah.
Yeah, you have these excuses to argue.
yeah, exactly. It's really messed up. Can you imagine if you didn't have your phone on a road trip? Yeah,
Oh my God.
tiddlywinks. I
Tiddlywinks.
totally had this. Did you guys ever play this?
These I mean, they look like we used
never
to have
played
like the cards, like with like the questions and stuff.
Oh
No.
my god, I was gonna say that.
Like,
What
I
was
remember
it
it
called?
was-
Brain something.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, but this
And
is
they were
you're
like,
just
They were like connected on
Connected in
the
the middle.
corner. Oh, mine's the corner.
maybe the corner, and he's like flipping
Yeah, yeah,
through.
yeah. We used to have those.
Mhm.
Stink bomb.
Now
Brain
it's
Quest.
Hmm?
Brain Quest.
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Caution, irritant. You should have that shirt, Dave.
This is because when we couldn't get fireworks, they sold these for
stink
some
bombs.
reason,
Yeah,
and they really smelled.
yeah, god awful.
They were different colors,
Yeah.
right? But they smelled. They worked, but they also let off a big smoke. So
yeah, yeah.
that
Think of
was-
smoke bombs. There's stink bombs. Those are probably smoke bombs, but there's these other stink bombs that you stomp on.
oh
It
right,
smells like the South Street Seaport on a
yeah,
sunny day.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
really bad.
yeah. What's the next?
When the South Street Seaport was a fish market.
Remember where you put hoops and hooks. Oh, I do remember that. What's the next one, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now remember, I had
You have
that.
this in that briefcase.
That's
that was
right.
just
You
open.
remember
Yeah.
it, right? I got stopped at the Madison. What did I tell you about?
Sorry, my
I know
mom
how the
texted
watch
me.
works. Well, that's why I told you to put your phone away.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't your mom know you're doing a show? It's kind of funny that we told her in advance, and yet she thinks the watch
Well, I told
excuses
her to
her.
text me if it was an emergency, but she texted the
Is
group
it an
chat.
emergency?
No, she texted our group chat and said, "Is anyone watching The Bear tonight?"
She should be watching her daughter right now. Hello.
I don't know.
But you got stopped in airport with this, right? Was it
Yeah,
an airport
yeah.
in Canada?
Yeah, I got stopped in Canada by having one of these in my briefcase.
Jackass.
Right while that's right, the Fontaine, while I was right in front of the president of Comedy Central at the time, and if you could have seen his face where he thought I was getting stopped because I had a switchblade, and then it popped up and it was a comb, and he was like, "I got to put this guy on TV." And we had a big meeting. We're still friends to this day. That was like the greatest thing he ever saw. He tells that story all the time. I thought he was getting arrested for having a switchblade. I'm like, what the fuck?
And we found that briefcase in your apartment, and you didn't know the combo.
I didn't know the combo.
like
I finally got it
6 months ago,
open. Yeah.
You opened it, and then
It's
your
still
comb was in there.
What's the next one? That
Oh,
you know this
yeah.
one
I
because
had that.
yeah, because me and my sister call it a Brooklyn ball.
Stoop
'Cause
ball.
because we used to
Oh,
play for stoop ball. Yeah,
exactly.
this is like a sponge
Yeah.
ball. You had it
Yeah.
too,
We used to make ramps at the beach and put the ball like that ball down it with the sand,
like a slinky
Okay.
almost in a way. You
Kind
say
of.
you're ramps.
like a ramp, and then like a big mat, like, and then you would like dig a hole in it, and then the ball would
Oh,
the ball
okay.
ramp, but like made out of sand.
Oh, you mean like a
Like-
circuit?
so
or
like a
one-
mini-
Kind
like
of, yeah.
Oh, fun. But this one, it was spongy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it could fly really high.
Yeah.
My sister and I always call it a Brooklyn ball because that's where we'd play stoop ball. Well, she wouldn't, but I
By
would.
your aunt's house in Marine Park.
My grandmother,
Grandma's house, yeah.
right
Marine
next
Park.
to Broccoli Rob's
Yeah,
house.
where my
Right,
sister
on
lives.
35th Street.
35th.
Yeah, there's Aunt Judy. She knows.
Yeah.
Is that like wall ball? You throw it at the wall?
Well, you-
stoop
Off the steps.
steps?
Okay.
That's Aunt Judy was just saying because it was her house
Yep.
on 35th Street and Avenue U. That's right where Broccoli Rob.
I
lived,
think it
right?
was,
That's his sister.
yeah, Mary's on 34.
and
yeah.
and yeah, we'd play stoop ball. They had nice, or at least my head, it was the biggest stoop that anyone's ever seen. And you'd throw it at it, and then if it bounces, you get like 5 points.
Points, yeah.
And then if you catch it in the air, you get 10 points.
Yeah.
And if it hits one of the points in the stoop and you catch it, you get 100 points.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The edge.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Not easy to do.
What's the next one? Michael. That's what I was talking. That's what you just
Yo-yo.
said. The yo-yos. That's the old-fashioned Duncan yo-yo, which is, I mean, I don't know.
That
Does
one
anybody
might light
even-
up, though.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I looked for the lighted up ones. They used to have ones that light up. You guys, do you even know what a yo-yo is?
Yeah, I used
Yeah,
to have
I
one.
can't do it
Oh, you
though.
did? Oh, you can't.
I used to ask you how to do it. I
Yeah.
remember because I couldn't figure it out.
I was good enough, but I could do it. I could make it sleep, and that was it. I couldn't do the where you're doing
The
the
cradle
three-
or something,
Yeah, the
yeah.
I
cradle.
couldn't even make it come back.
You
up.
can make
I
it
didn't
sleep.
understand
Mike,
how
you
it
know what I'm
works.
talking about? Like,
Well, no, to make a bad joke.
Oh.
In elementary school, they had somebody come in and we would do like assemblies. He would do like yo-yo
Yo-yo
tricks.
tricks.
Oh my god, was it like
Nice.
the light up one? And they
I
would.
think so. Like he did all the spiraling and stuff
Nice.
with the yo-yo.
I think we had someone do that at camp once.
Mm.
And remember, the next one is the same. Where you had the original Duncan Imperial, right? And then the next, the
Oh,
Duncan
yeah.
Butterfly. Duncan
Yeah.
had a line of yo-yos because we had nothing else to do
Yeah.
back then, and they had the line. If you had the Butterfly, the Imperial, I think there were some other ones.
Not about the butterfly, yeah.
Yeah. What's the next one? I think was that it for the. Oh, Oh, of course, the chattering teeth. Just go to a party. You want to get big laughs. Chattering teeth.
Yeah, those are in Dave's apartment also.
Yeah, I gave them to Rachel's kid as a gift, and I was just like, want to get big laughs because it's from this movie, this Woody Allen movie called Annie Hall, and no, it's from Sleeper.
Okay.
This he gets cryogenically
Cryogenically frozen.
frozen, wakes up in like the 3000s or whatever, and they're asking. He's the only man who's been alive, and they're asking him all these questions, and he's just fucking with everybody because he doesn't give a shit. And they're asking him, "What are these?" And he goes, "Oh, see, you go to a party, you want to get big laughs, chatting, and then the chatting teeth start chatting, and you go." You should see the movie; it's kind of fun. What's the next one? That was definitely the last one that came. Okay, so again for Joe, and I have some stuff for you girls coming up. This is the guy from the from Kansas City Royals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Yankees are playing Tampa Bay right now. I don't know whether they're up 4-1 or Tampa Bay is up 4-1, but something just happened.
It better be Yankees 4-1. Otherwise,
I
we're
gotta
staying
stay
over
at
your
my
house.
house. It's fine. So this guy caught the ball right at the end there. So if I go to the next picture, Joe, do you know what is happening?
I watched it the other night. This is Bugs Bunny. 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out.
And what's he saying?
I got it. No?
Go to the next one,
Is
Mike.
it in a tombstone or something? He goes into.
He got it.
Exactly. That's
Joe
right.
Messina in the house.
I made Jocelyn
You
watch it
got
the
it.
other night.
Hey, you were quoting it.
Yes, I was saying the whole entire cartoon.
I got it. He got it. And that's why that guy, if that wall wasn't there,
Yeah.
he would have gotten it.
The episode's called Bugs Ball, I think.
What, Mike?
And it's the one with the talking dog. The keep saying Ruth.
That's my favorite. Oh, don't be ridiculous. If it was a talking dog, I'd keep it myself.
That's right.
Well, fat boy, you got yourself a dog. Is that the one you were talking about, Mike?
Should I have said DiMaggio? No, that's the other one.
Oh, sorry.
So it's okay.
What's the next picture? Okay.
I live
All right.
there.
Now, hold on. Now I'm going to do. Okay. So you guys just graduated school, and we have a couple of pictures to see if you can name. You should be able to name the venue as you had just left a month ago. What is the name of this establishment?
Sheehan
Sheehan what?
Hall.
That's correct. Now I got a tough one for you because I'm not even sure if it's the real thing. The next one, Mike.
What?
The next picture.
Oh, I meant the next question. Sorry.
Mike, what is the next question going to be? What's that?
Oh,
know.
Sheehan Beach.
Yes!
Yeah. I used to.
That is called Sheehan
Mhm.
Beach. Why? I don't know why.
I don't know why.
No, I
But,
don't
like
know
people
either.
people actually don't even go over there. They go like in the quad on the
No.
other side.
Yeah, I feel like I would always see people at
Mhm.
Sheehan Beach.
They sled over here.
Sheehan Beach. It doesn't look anything.
They would
like a
have
beach.
like
I think it's a
sorority
parking lot.
philanthropy
They have,
events.
they have like business networking things there too.
They do.
Like, they'll set
How come
up-
I wasn't
Just
aware of
a,
any
just
of
a
this?
patch of grass.
Did you hear that? This is
we
why
went
she
to
doesn't have a
one
job.
together.
She wasn't aware of the business networking events there.
Ow.
There was
They,
business networking
they used
events
to like
there.
Leah,
I've
the
never-
high
I-
tables.
Madison, that is
yeah.
bad for you.
Yeah.
We went
You're
together
not
there
aware
before.
of the business.
No,
we
we
walked,
did
we
not.
walked by it. We didn't go
Were you in the business school, Madison?
Yes.
And make sure you're talking to the microphone and
yes.
not just to Julie.
Yes. I didn't know there was network.
That's
I
bad.
think I walked
have,
by
like,
one.
tents and
Uh,
stuff.
with the food trucks. That was like
Yeah,
the
but she's
senior send off
adorable.
like
We'll let
the
it
year
go.
before.
Mm.
Madison, I'm enjoying your company, so I'm going to let all that go because you seem okay. I want to get you a job. You seem like a nice girl,
Thank you.
woman.
I know.
Okay, what is this next one?
That's
PAC,
the Mullen
Performing Arts.
the Mullen Center for Performing Arts.
That is correct. What's the full names? Anybody know?
She just said
But-
it.
I don't
No,
know.
the full,
First name.
the first
Oh.
names
Joan Mullen.
and her husband,
I don't
I
know.
don't know the
We
husband.
call it PAC.
John.
Yeah.
It's John and Joan.
Okay.
Was that the next one, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, that
Oh,
also says
Skip
it.
one?
What?
I don't know where that is.
But I have no
oh, wait,
clue.
that's on West.
It
That
does
was
say on the
West.
very top.
Is that St. Mary's?
Oh shit!
Oh,
I
I
forgot to
didn't
get
see
rid
that.
of it.
Oh.
Don't tell them.
I can't.
Well,
see
now
it.
I'm gonna
I'm not
look.
gonna
Oh,
lie,
that's
I
what they
wouldn't
just
look at
said.
it.
Oh, can you
How
get
could you
rid of
see
it?
it anyway?
I mean, can you make it bigger so you know? I mean, shit. I
Well, we
forgot.
won't look.
I meant, yeah,
I'm
don't look.
I'm a cheater.
I forgot to take them off. That I did so well.
I will-
West.
All right,
Take
what's
it off.
that one?
West.
Is that where the new books?
well, now I
I think
think
it's
where,
the
now
new
I know what it
bookstore, right?
is because I saw
I'm
it.
gonna read
What is it?
John Barry.
Yeah, it is
I
John
didn't. I
Barry.
wouldn't know it's.
Wait,
that.
you looked at the top?
Yeah, I got it wrong.
Damn it.
Yeah, I've never
I
been in that
never-
building in my life.
I've been in there like
Yeah,
once or
that's
twice.
where the movie.
That's
No,
the,
that's the
that's
one-
NROTC building.
Yeah.
That's
My
the
know
army
where that
building.
big
get
gr-
rid
like,
of that top
grass is?
part.
If you
I
make
think
it
I
full
fucked
screen,
up.
It's
Maybe
the other
that's-
side. That's why. It's
That's
the back of the
ROTC
building,
They
I
wouldn't
think.
know that.
Right, Maddie?
like the bottom
Back?
right.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna know. That's the
Maddie,
fun.
we walk past that when
What
we
is it?
go
What's the
that
difference if
uphill
we are-
When we
that
go-
way,
I don't know.
right?
Yeah, no,
It's the back.
that's the front. That's right
No,
by.
the
Because over
front-
here is
He's trying to. Get
Where-
over here is Mendel Field.
Oh, really?
There we
To the left of it?
I
Oh, maybe
think.
it's to the left
Oh,
of
thanks.
it.
Good. He got rid of it.
The
All right. So
grass.
what's the next one?
The Finn. The Finneran Pavilion.
That is correct. Well, that should be an easy one because that's where all the basketball
Yeah.
is, and you guys have a.
That's where we had
different
to
one.
go in to graduate. We
Graduation.
were standing right over there, and then there were
it
ants
was
all
so
over. our
long. The
things.
freaking to walk.
Yeah.
That looks like a really nice venue.
It's-
Is that
It's
new?
really
You know, they
nice.
have, like,
That's
you
where
know-
Blue and White Bash was.
Yeah.
You know how Yankee
Talking
Stadium
to them.
has Yankee Stadium has like legends
Like
and
seriously talking to the mic.
legends and championship seats.
Yes.
They have that there.
Wow.
It's pretty
For a
awesome.
college game.
Yeah.
All right. I think you guys will know this next one, and thank you, Mike, for taking that, figuring that out.
Oh,
That's
it's
Mendel.
That's right.
The
You just
science
mentioned it
building.
before. That's right. The
Oh,
Mendel
I've never been
Science
there.
Building.
I would have to go in there for when I had biology.
I had my
Business-
computer
business-
science class there.
All right. This is good. This is good. Looks
don't
like your
remember
money
seeing
hasn't
that
gone to
building.
waste. They've
Okay.
been around the campus. All right. What's this next one? This is might be tough. I don't know.
Oh,
Oreo?
that's easy.
The Raleigh Ellipse.
That's
Mm.
correct. The Riley
But
Ellipse.
they call it the Oreo.
Yeah, they call it the.
Yeah, but she got it. She got the
She had
correct
the legal name.
the correct name. I'm very impressed. Now, this next one is controversial.
Portly.
Bartley.
And why is it controversial?
Well, they don't. There are a lot of people that don't like how often it's renovated.
No, that's not why.
Oh.
It's the name.
I mean,
Apparently, Bartley was some sort of slave owner.
Yeah, that all the buildings on West Campus are named after
oh,
like
really?
slave owners. Yeah.
Right. So they want to change the name. And
Oh no.
I believe I just found out, if you go to the next one, that they're changing it to Juskow Hall.
I thought they changed it to Barney after.
And they're
Yeah.
keeping that font and that color.
Yeah, it's weird. I know it looks like it's just written in, but
Wow.
Wait, is that even the right? This naval ROT is that even
Nope,
the business?
that's
school?
the John. That's
oh,
for
that's the John Barry
that's
one.
John Barry Hall.
Well, I just needed a plaque. Right, that's the ROTC one you were just talking about, right?
Yeah, number.
But Julie is right. They do renovate that building
Yeah.
like
I
every
like
year.
it. It's nice, but apparently, like people that aren't.
Well, I don't like that there's less seating now than there was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like it though. It's like very modern.
There's also no outlets.
Mm.
Anonymous says her grandparents went to Villanova.
Go Cats. That's the team day vacation.
Where's my?
Mhm.
Did Dave get quizzed as to why he was walking around campus with a telephoto lens? Right.
Creepy.
Hilarious. This
also,
is
like that there was that watermark on the first one, the same one that was on that picture of the church. The
Yeah.
same one.
Thank God. This is that idiot douchebag Will Smith, who for some reason
I see the one who slapped.
Yeah, Chris
We were
Rock.
talking about
Yeah.
that the other night.
He's the worst.
What is he doing now?
He
What
was
is this?
doing a thing on the BET Awards, doing a song, and I just don't understand why anybody would have him. What's very upsetting is that new Bad Boys movie made money.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very upsetting.
part
I don't
4.
want him to ever work again, right, Mike?
Yeah, I didn't really care about the
Was
last
that
one.
filmed before the slap? And
No.
the hand?
No, I
Yeah.
think it was filmed
Wow.
after. He's going to worm his way back into people's good graces, and it's going to piss me
You'll
off.
put a stop to it, Justin.
None of the comics are going to want to have anything to do with him anymore. He's the worst. It's really upsetting because he used to be my favorite. I mean, I loved Will Smith. I loved all of his movies and wanted him to do really well.
That's also weird.
Chris
Well,
Rock's daughter went to
but
my
Mike,
preschool.
I was excited that I was
What?
rooting for a black
I
guy.
know.
Yeah, my sister stood next to him at one of my.
About this?
What?
Chris Rock's daughter went to my preschool.
Yeah, I guess that adds up.
My sister stood next to him at one of my preschool concerts.
Well, then you probably know that he is a delightful person, and he's very shy, and he's very nice and sweet. And this is the worst thing ever because now it's always mentioned.
Right.
I only brought that one up because it's in Santiago, Chile, where our friend Catalina lives. Although I don't see her on the show today.
She was here briefly. She
Oh,
had
she
to go
was?
back to work.
We always
or
put
whatever.
stuff from Chile in because we have a person from Chile.
that rhino
Shall we
looks
feel?
sick.
from London who are on
Is
the
it
Like
a
show.
baby?
ill or like
It's- I
sick,
don't
like
know.
cool?
No, it's sick like ill, like his skin
Okay,
doesn't-
yeah, that's
No,
what
no,
I
it's
thought.
not. It's just newborn and
Oh,
it's a
okay,
baby.
gotcha,
That's
Yeah,
what
it's a baby,
it
that's
said,
all.
yeah.
Covered in mud.
anyway, I think that's the last one.
That is the last one.
There are the slides, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Did you guys enjoy it at all, or?
Yes.
Were
Yeah,
you,
Yes.
I like the
were-
Villanova part. It was
Well, I thought you might. That's why I was telling him. I'm like, when
He prepares.
I prepare for my guests, and when they cancel, it's heartbreaking for me because they put a lot of time and effort into it. I mean, and that's the other thing too. Is like I hope I got. There's no way they can't know these buildings, but of course, then I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, maybe I just got it wrong. I had a map of your campus, and I just like, oh, let me take this one, and the ones that were in purple looked more impressive or something. I don't know. There's a code.
So you could have done all the cafeterias. I wouldn't have been able to name
Oh,
them.
he
They
could've-
wouldn't.
Oh, Aunt
this
Judy is having her 50th anniversary or wedding anniversary at Uncle Bob.
At the Comedy Cellar?
No,
Congratulations, Aunt
50th
Judy.
though.
This
What-
is what I was talking about, but if you put your headphones on,
Oh.
you can hear it.
Another example of true canine devotion. This little fellow hopes to be able to provide a living for his master.
When I tell you this mutt can really talk, listen, what covers a house?
Roof.
Cease, Roof. What's my name?
Ralph.
Cease and Ralph. Who was the greatest baseball player?
Roof.
Cease and Roof. Maybe I should have said DiMaggio.
Oh, I see. Oh, he's talking.
Yeah.
I never saw that one before. That's hilarious.
I haven't either. Is
Oh my
that
God.
Looney Tunes or?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just from the drawing, I could tell. Oh my God, that's why I don't know that one. The dog says maybe I should have said DiMaggio.
I don't know. My mom's always quoted that one. That's why.
Because that's like a joke you would tell at at a party or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
This guy walks in with his dog. He says, "What's the matter?" And the dog says, "Maybe you should have said DiMaggio."
Dave's going to use that next week.
Yeah, I think I am. That's how I get shows here. Dave and Judy tell you that Uncle Bob accidentally called me. Marcy just said Uncle Bob accidentally. How is that possible? You got a call from Uncle Bob? That is hilarious. Uncle Bob called one of the listeners to the show. I didn't even have her number.
Yeah, how did that happen? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's really funny.
great.
I don't even have Marcy's number. All right, I have Marcy's number. Through Facebook Messenger. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's still funny.
It is funny. All right. So, what are the rest of your summer plans? Julian, you're going back to school
Yeah.
in August.
yeah.
You're going back for a year because why?
Well, to further my finance stuff.
What could be more further? Like, what do you get if you do this year? Like, is it like Dory going from a dentist to an orthodontist? If you do another year of school, you get to go to a specialty.
I mean, it's more specialized than when I did as a regular finance major.
And you get
But-
more money when you come out of this, right? I mean,
Maybe
when
I
you
don't
go
know.
to another job, you
Well, she's working with a master's, so it's,
you go for your master's.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's a
well,
one-year
1 year
program.
1 year
Oh.
program.
I know I'm supposed to get my master's. I'll get more money
All right.
for teaching,
Mm.
but I hate school.
You can get a
so
Montclair State
much.
University. I heard it's the professors there pretty easy.
It's true. I have to do math. I said I could teach anything, but I'm not sure about math. They would be on to me. And Madison, what are you going to do the rest of the summer? I mean, I know you're looking for work.
Yeah, I'm going on vacation.
Wait, see, we've already talked about that. You can't go on vacation if you
Okay,
don't have a job to
vacation
go to
because
vacation.
It's away from my home.
I-
Also, none of my family works during the summer because they all work at schools. So,
Oh, right. That's right. You told me your parents are both teachers, right?
no, my mom works in the child study team, and my sister's a school social worker.
Oh, so taking a break after school, that ain't that bad. We can give her the summer off, right?
I think so.
See, me, I was.
But my mom is
couldn't wait.
pushing me, so she's like, "You have to get a job." I go, "Abigail didn't have a job in the summer after she graduated," and she was like, "No, but she did. She just wasn't starting until."
Well, she's also
September."
the pride and joy of the family. Sorry, but
She is.
everybody knows she's the
She's
first
the oldest,
born.
yeah.
Sorry, that's the way it worked.
Mhm.
I couldn't wait to get out of my house. I didn't get along with my dad, so I was pushing to leave immediately. I worked right after school. Well, although I might have waited the summer. I went into the city and kept looking for work. But I ended up working at a Bennigan's, which is pretty much like an Applebee's
Mhm.
back then, in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And I worked there from September to New Year's because I remember I had a girlfriend and we weren't working that night who also worked there. And I said, hey, we went there on New Year's, and at 10 to 12, I said, hey, let's leave. And she's like, oh, but it's almost midnight. I'm like, yeah, it'd be so cool. Like, we got something else to do. And she's like, what do we have to do? No, nothing. But everybody would go crazy. And they did. Like, it worked. Like, in the sense, like, I don't think she was that angry, but there was like, we're in 10 minutes. Like, we got another, you know how it is. We got another thing we got to do. Because we were the most popular couple because she was so hot. And they couldn't believe I was able to go out with her. So that, escalated my thing. But yeah, we went, and then we just hung out in the car and we were talking. And then it was like 12:15, and we're like, hey, we missed it. And it was, we just missed it. We were talking. But the people in the thing, they were so impressed. Where you guys go? It's just 10 minutes to go. It's the coolest thing ever.
Well, it is Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Yeah, there was a lot to do out there. I think we went to Perth Amboy and we partied, right? You know what I'm talking about.
We went to the drive-in.
Yeah, went to the drive-in movie. That was a porno theater by then. Wish I was kidding. So I like that you deserve a vacation, and it's okay. I'll let it go this time. But no, then when you come back in September, you're going to come back blasting. I mean, then you're going to have to work.
Yeah.
Do you think you might get not a restaurant job, but a starter, like a little job to just make money? Or do you care? And your parents don't care. I mean, I know they're saying you have to get a job because that's the summer and they're just watching you hang around the pool. But during the fall when they're working, well, then it still might annoy them if you're just hanging around. Because my dad used to get so angry. So here's the thing, and it's the most obvious thing, and I don't know if it works for chicks, but I was saying, when my dad or mom would come home, and I think they've finally said this in movies and stuff, put the dishes away or something, but wait until they get home so it looks like you're doing something. Don't do it when they tell you to do this. Wait till they get home so it looks like you get the credit.
Mm-hmm. My mom would, when I was home and she still had work, she would just write me a list of everything that needed to be done by the time that she got home.
This is why you got to leave.
If it wasn't done, she would get very upset with me.
There's no way to win then. See, when you're a girl, when you're a boy, you expect
make you sell bras with him.
Yeah.
Or something? Okay,
yep. I had to sell bras and girdles.
It's true.
I had to go to all the Macy's and Gimbals. Bambergers.
Alexander?
I had to go. No, that was too low class.
Oh.
We all went to the high class stores. Bloomingdale's, A&S.
Corvette?
Stern. No. That's
right.
low class, man.
Sorry.
And I had to go and take inventory of all the bras and girdles. And this is no joke. And the women would come up to me and they're like, what's the best bra for me? And they're like, well, the Warner salesman is here now. And they'd come up and they would ask me questions. And I had no idea what they were talking about. And then they'd come out of the dressing room and like, do you think this looks okay? This could never happen today. And I'm like, well, I think it looks fantastic. I mean, if you don't buy that bra, I'm going to get somebody that, whatever. I mean, it was really weird. I mean, the men, only men sold. The women were like something else. But I'm that old where the men were still selling the lingerie and bras and girdles, which I don't think happens anymore.
I can't imagine.
I don't think it was a man's world. I mean, this particular, your father used to say his wife and sister were two eggs sunny side up. Oh my God, he did about their boobies. Isn't that horrible?
God.
Oh my
Your whole family is crazy.
He used to say my mother was an easy lay.
Oh,
He would tell us that during Seder on Passover. Yeah. Which anonymous.
Then he called Marcy.
The views of Dave's father do not represent the views of this chat.
Exactly.
No, I swear to God, Liz, this is no joke.
Wow.
And Judy's bringing it up too. But woohoo! Anyway, I hope. So I'm saying, yeah. So would you get a job somewhere just quickly?
Yeah.
What do you think you would get just to pay the bills or just to keep your mom off your back? What kind of job would you get? Like at a restaurant? Would you ever go to a restaurant?
Maybe. I hear it's hard. I hear people are mean.
Well, for me, and I told my nephew, and I got him a job at Applebee's because you just want to meet girls. I don't know whether it's good for girls to meet guys.
I don't think I'm gonna meet someone while I'm working at an Applebee's. I feel like
you think that, but it's a good play for me. It was a good way to meet people back in my neighborhood. I mean, I know I was going to live at home for at least a year until I, got money together. So for me, it was excellent to meet kids in the neighborhood again, because everybody else was either away or moved out. So I was like, well, this is a good way. And so, I had new friends. So in that sense, it was good. But, it was difficult for me. Here's something too. I used to go to the tables like this. Oh my God. Are you guys, first of all, can I just say you guys are like the best table I've ever had.
Did you say it like that?
Yeah,
too?
I would say it just like
I'm
that.
sure he did.
I'm like, yeah, he knows. And I would just be like, okay, I'll start you guys off some math. And then he'd be like, can we get the nachos? And I'm like, what you want to get is the ultimate nachos. Trust me. And I would talk like that. They told me after, and I'd make a lot of money. And then they told me, the managers told me, you got to stop doing that. And I'm like, why? Because everybody thinks you might have AIDS. And I'm like, because nobody knew how AIDS was transferred at the time.
Yeah.
So
Scary
they
stuff.
just thought if you were a gay guy, you probably had AIDS and you were spreading it somehow by being next to a person. It was
crazy.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember once we got high with my friend Alan, who is still my friend. He was gay. We got high in the car and we were passing around the joint. And after he left, we were like, oh, I was nervous to take the hit because he probably has AIDS. Like not maybe he has AIDS. He probably has AIDS because he's just gay.
It was crazy.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
They put gay guys to courses to teach them to talk tougher.
Wow.
And to be tougher. So sorry, it was that because nobody knew how it was transferred. It's so weird when you think about it now. Everybody was afraid of gay people. Can you imagine they didn't have enough on their plate? It was the mid 80s, Liz.
Yeah.
The mid 80s, 86,
I think even
87.
Eddie Murphy Delirious said something about it, right?
He was very derogatory against gays.
No, not that, but talking about the diseases and what's next. You're going to explode or something.
Yeah, you see, Rich Duffy knows I was a gay waiter. He made a lot of extra money that way, because the guys weren't. The girls loved it,
right.
And the guys weren't. There was no, like
you weren't a threat,
right? But then, I was like, I was hot back then, right? I was meeting all these chicks, right?
You had hair.
It was like, yeah, yeah, curly hair. Anyway, I guess that's about it, huh? Do you guys want to say anything? Say where you're going to be appearing? I'll be at the mall. You ever go to Menlo?
It's Dave's favorite.
Which mall do you like, Monmouth?
I mean, I don't really like going to the mall, but like if I have to, I go to Freehold. But I prefer not to go.
What do you mean you don't like going to the mall?
I don't know. It's just like it's always crowded, and like I feel like it's just like a high school gathering point.
Yeah, that's why.
Like I used to go there when I was in high school.
Well, that's why you go, Dave, because you like high schoolers.
Yeah, the mall is awesome. We went there on the Black Friday.
Oh.
They can't call it that anymore, though. We went there on the day after Thanksgiving at 6 a.m. to Menlo. We went at 6 a.m. We were there at 5:55, and they opened Macy's, and I ran in like it was nobody was running in. Nobody was, and then they were like, "What is happening?" No one was there.
And you ran right to the bar and girdles section to reminisce.
No, I went to I was excited to just go inside the mall and just hang. Right. And then my sister was getting some stuff, and I was sitting at a chair finally, and all these people just kept sitting by me, like three different, like if we were in a movie, you would see. And I was like, "How you doing?" And they were like,
"Who's this?"
Yeah, I was really an old man that day, just hanging out in the chair, and this kid came over like, "What's up?" And he was really confused. Yeah. And then his mom came. I was like, "Oh, is this your kid?" It's like, I don't know who that man is, but stop talking to him.
Were you looking for the Orange Julius?
Yeah. Orange whip. Anyway, you guys, this has been so much fun. I mean, I hope it was fun for you guys. It looks like I've tired you out. But the show is this. This is the show.
This is the show. Bye, Aunt Judy.
I will say, Madison, you are a delight. You need to be a little bit more outgoing, but
I think I am.
No, you did good today. You did good.
I am.
Just busting your chops. But but I just met Madison. I will say you are a delight.
Thank you.
I've talked to you on the phone a couple times, and I just wasn't, I wasn't sure. But I think that when you meet people, you will get work. Because you are cool.
Thank you.
You never know how it is on the phone, and then you meet somebody and they can, be like Julie, you can talk on the phone, but then you meet her like, hi. I'm making fun of Dory.
That's Dory.
Yeah.
We love calling you Dory because, and everybody here
because
knows
I used to be like that, but I'm not anymore.
You really think so? You're still a little Dory.
I don't think so.
Still a little Dory.
I don't think so.
You're falling asleep on the show.
Because I drink coffee.
Again,
I drank coffee right before that.
Like, because I drank coffee. What? Anyway, Okay, so here are the announcements for Mike. You're going to be at Levity Live? That hasn't passed yet, right?
This weekend.
This
Saturday and Sunday.
weekend, Mike will be appearing with Rich Voss at Levity Live Friday and Saturday, right?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, they're not. He's doing something else Friday. They have other shows there on Friday. He's Saturday, Sunday.
The fuck? Who would go to a show on a Sunday? All right, well, whatever. But Mike will be opening for the great Rich Voss. So you can see him at Levity Live. That is in Nyack, New York. So it's
That's
short
right by me.
distance. Oh, yes, it is. Well, you should go see that show. We can get you
When
in.
is it?
Saturday and Sunday.
I'm out of town.
Remember what I said about her
I know,
before?
exactly.
And then I got to take it back.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. You're
Sorry,
already
Mike.
going on vacation? I told you that I was doing a show on my birthday. Are you saying this vacation starts now?
No,
This is another vacation. You're
not
gonna
a
be
bit.
out of
It's.
town.
I'm going to Philly.
But do you feel that you should be going there since you still
Well, it's
haven't
just-
seen Rocky?
Right, exactly.
Don't you think you should watch that before you leave?
Maybe I'll
Before
watch
you
it
go.
on the train.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You know, it would be kind of great if you guys could watch it and then come back and like
I agree.
see what you show. Anyway, so here's the story, everybody. Let me tell you who's on the show for the next 3 weeks. I haven't booked. Comedian Don Jameson will be here next week. We are just reconnecting. He's terrific, obviously, and works with Jim Florentine a lot, who we like here. And he's going to come in to the city in the studio. And then on the 23rd will be remote, but we could have my friend from the Olympics, Brian Pinelli, on to talk about pole vaulting, which we like to do because the Olympics are starting. And on the 30th of July, we're going to have Artie Lang's sister, Stacy Lang, on. And not only will we talk about the state of our friend Artie Lang, but we will talk about fashion because she is in the fashion business. And we love talking about fashion. I didn't do it this week because we're going to do it all next week, but I usually have modeling shows, and we like to see what people are wearing because they're so ridiculous. And it's just super fun to do. So we will be talking about that. We're talking about dogs for sure. And that'll be super fun. And now I believe at this juncture, and I'll know more by next week, that I will be having a birthday show on August 13th at the Village Underground at 6 p.m. right here at the Comedy Cellar on August 13th. Again, I will tell you more about that in the weeks to come. Also, on Billy Joel this week, we're doing a rebroadcast of what we did here on June 11th when we had kind of our final show with all of you guys in the chat room. It was so much fun to see everybody live or however it is on Zoom here. That was a great day, and we're rebroadcasting that for the next 2 weeks on Billy Joel A to Z. Alana and I had the best time. It was really super fun. But other than that, I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I hope you are staying cool if you live here on the East Coast. Otherwise, we'll see you next week right here in the studio on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.